What's going on, man? Back to the piece of crap tablet here again. Didn't want to try and. I think my storage is better on my iPhone, but I didn't really want to try and record a whole video and then upload it and have issues. So I'm just going to do this again. Hope you don't mind. Get right into it. Week 13 training went okay. I mean, to be expected here with the shoulder issue, but. So you start out with a squat, 340 triple at RPE 7. Let me know. I kind of am curious what your thoughts are on that set itself. Let me know if so I had the same kind of issue this week where, and this is what the safety squat bar does, right? It pushes you forward and for you to, I don't know, it pushes you forward because the weight's forward, right? So I had that kind of issue this week as well because I repeated 340 and the last rep just kind of really tipped me forward, but the bar speed was still I would say the bar speed was an RPE 7, but the technique probably wasn't perfect by any means. But let me know your thoughts on that rep. If when you look at it, if you would have me go up another 5 pounds the next week, or if you would have me go down or whatnot. Let me know. And it doesn't hurt by any means. And the bar speed, like I said, moved like an RPE 7 is just, I don't know, it's hard to not get tilted forward on a safety squat bar. But then again, too, my back offsets are much cleaner and much better too. So it's a top set. It's heavy, for me. So anyways, moving on. 245 triple on bench, pretty easy. A little shoulder pain there though, but it is what it is. 510 triple on deadlift, freaking smoked it. Deadlift's just flying. I'm going to be hitting up 515 for a triple here tomorrow. I'm sure I'm going to smoke it. 250, probably should not have done that on tempo bench. It is so hard for me to restrain myself on top sets. I want to go. I want to get after it, and I need to not do that. It's really easy for me to control myself on back offsets and just leave the weights as is or lower them. But on my top set, I always want to go for it. And then I skipped the rest of the benching for the rest of the week. Ended up with a 355 triple on the safety squat bar, and no more benching. So I'll get into the shoulder. Shoulder hurts, aches right now as we speak. Just again, still up in this trap-ish AC joint area. I did get a appointment with the sports chiropractor. Seems like a super cool dude. When talking to him on the phone, he said the initial appointments are an hour and a half long, which is insane, but also I think a good sign that this guy's the massage therapist told me he's very detail oriented, and he wants to really he wants to get you feeling better. So yeah, hour and a half is pretty crazy. I think that's a good sign. So hopefully he's sounds like he's really good. So according to her and everybody that I've looked on reviews online. So anyways, let me talk about kind of my game plan here. I decided this entire week for this week 14 that I was not going to even attempt to bench, and I was not even going to attempt to low bar squat at all. Just give myself a break. So as far as so let me give you my game plan, and I want you to let me know what your thoughts are. My game plan on bench is to take this entire week 14 off, go in next week, day 1, and try to low bar squat. If there is pain, then I'm going to take that whole week off, next week off of benching. And then the following week, no matter what, I'm just going to come back and start benching again. So, because that would give me 13 weeks, 12 weeks, and then that 13th week would be the week of the meet. So that's kind of my game plan. And, I'll just listen to my body and take what's there. Overall, there's really not that much pain benching. It's just more so I'm trying to take a week or two off here now and see if I can progress the healing process quicker, do it now rather than do it later on in the cycle, whether it's 6 or 8 weeks before the meet or 4 weeks before the meet. So that's kind of my plan there. My plan with squatting is every day 1, I'm going to go in and attempt to low bar squat. I'm going to try and get the bar. Again, it's just the barbell. I know from just the barbell if I can low bar or not without pain. So I can try and get into a low bar position. If there's a ton of pain, I'm just going to safety squat bar that whole week. If there's no pain, then I'm going to low bar. So that is my plan until I get, and hopefully that doesn't come to this, but that is my plan until I get to 8 weeks out. And then my plan would be I'm going to low bar squat on my heavy day no matter what, and then safety squat bar on the other day. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. But that's just kind of my game plan right now. Let me know if you disagree with any of that or have any comments on that. I'm just trying to avoid the whole glute situation we had this last spring, where it was like I ignored it, and then all of a sudden I'm really hurt, and then I'm taking 2 weeks off, and then when I get back I got 4 weeks left till my meet, and I'm like scrambling, and yeah. So I'm trying to take the time off now so that when I come back I have more like 12 weeks, until, or in the squat example, 8 weeks. And it's not like I'm not squatting too. It's like this is one of the better case scenarios in the sense that it hurts when I low bar squat, but at the same time I can still squat with safety squat bar. It really doesn't hurt that bad benching, so I will be able to bench. I'm just trying to take time off now to see if it helps. Anyways, glutes doing good. Just rolling it out every night. That's what it takes. Low back's doing good. It's kind of funny. The low back got good, and then I stopped. I just roll it out with the lacrosse ball for 3 minutes, my left erector, for 3 minutes every night, and it was good. And then I stopped doing that because it was good, and then I got pain again. And then I roll it out every day for 3 minutes, and I have no pain. And then I stopped doing it again, and then the pain came back. And so now I'm realizing, okay, I need to roll it out every night just like my glute. It's just something I have to do right now. So I was kind of curious at what you have to do. If you have to do anything on a daily basis to kind of keep you injury free. I am definitely, and I'm glad you mentioned it because I was thinking it honestly. I want to go back to 3 times a week benching, especially with the shoulder injury right now. For at least the rest of this prep up to my meet in January, let's just go back to 3 times a week. We know that works. We've tried 4 times a week, 2 times now. Both times I've gotten hurt. Granted, I don't know if this one is specific to benching, but still I think it'll help to going back to 3 times a week. And I'm just going to train 3 times a week too. I really like that idea since I don't have a top deadlift set. If I had a top deadlift set, I would probably do 4 times a week. But with no top deadlift set, I like your philosophy there. I think what I'm going to do is go Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, with Saturday being an SBD day. And yeah, it's kind of nice going on Saturdays when you have an SBD day because you have a lot more time, and those sessions usually take a little bit longer. All right. I started using your what is it? Fatigue tracker, whatever that thing is. I remember you talking about that before you gave me the sheet, and then when I got the sheet, I'm like, where is this? I don't see it anywhere. How did I not see that? When you told me about it, I'm like, it's right there. How did I miss this? So anyways, I've entered in for my day 1 of this week 14. I entered in all the information. I also am going to enter in my body weight for all the days that I train. I was 209 in fully clothed. I always weigh myself fully clothed and in the afternoon. So 209, that's fully clothed in the afternoon. I'm probably 203, maybe something in that in the morning. Low 200s in the morning. Want to know how your hernia was doing? Hope you're doing well, man, with that. And I was kind of curious when you were going to come back to training. Come back to the training life. Thanks for the Mike Tashir, explaining his philosophy and stuff. And that was very helpful because I've heard him talk about this stuff before, but your in-depth analysis was way more than I had heard him say. So that was really nice. I was kind of curious when you were talking about it, though, too. You kind of mentioned your philosophy on training, and I kind of wanted to know, if you were to, summarize your training philosophy in maybe 3 to 5 bullet points. Kind of so for 5-3-1, it's start light, progress slow, keep things simple, in a sense. I kind of was curious what your top 3 or 5 training philosophies were. The whole, lowering the frequency and I can't totally remember what you said about lowering the frequency and stuff, at least on deloads. I'm going to leave that up to you. I mean, if I go down to 3 times a week, I don't know if I deload weeks would then be 2 times a week or something. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it totally up to you. I'm fine with the way things are right now, deloading. So I don't really care. And a couple other just random things here at the end. I'm pretty sure the home gym is gonna come next year, and I know you have a home gym. So I was kind of curious on a few things. Number one was cost. Obviously, this is going to vary, but I was kind of curious, just a very rough estimate of what it cost you to get your home gym. Number two was, did you build a platform, or did you just use, like, I think a lot of people use horse stall mats. I'm going to do mine in my basement. We have like the former sellers had it as like a kids play area, and none of that nonsense here. We're going to have a gym there. So I was kind of curious if like horse stall mats was enough with deadlifting to protect the floor, or if I need to build like an actual platform. And I was kind of curious on your thoughts on a power rack versus just like a squat stand. I do have short ceilings. They are exactly 6'6". So I know when I looked it up, there are like 6-foot power racks. It does limit my options a little bit, but definitely be doing the 6-foot power rack rather than the 6'6" or the 7-foot one. Your lifts at 93 kilograms body weight are freaking insane. I love how you said you thought you were going to get to a 700, 400, and 700 deadlift within the first year. Like that blows my mind. I was kind of curious, like, where did you start? Like when you first started lifting, or maybe just like that first year of starting lifting, like if you remember what your numbers were. I don't know if that was in high school for you or when. I know mine was in high school. I definitely was not that strong. I think I kind of remember my lifts when I graduated. It was like a 270. We always maxed out. We didn't max out with a single. We always maxed out with like between a single and maybe like 6 reps. I think I hit like 275 for 4 squat. And then they did an estimated one at max off that. And like I hang clean 225. I remember I was pissed because I thought I was going to get 225 for 2 or 3. And what did I do? I don't think we didn't really deadlift that much. I benched like 185 for 7, and I push jerked 225 or 235. Again, I thought I was going to rep that for 2 or 3 reps and didn't get it any more than once. Trying to think. Those are the things I remember. I wasn't that strong. I think I was like 170 or 180 pounds. I was pretty strong for my high school, but in the grand scheme of life, not very strong. But yeah, man. I think that's all I got. So keep you updated on my shoulder. Again, week 14, I am taking completely off of benching. I'm not even going to try it. And low bar squatting, I'm not even going to try it. And then going forward, going into week 15, like I said, I'm going to try and low bar on day 1. If there is pain, I'm going to safety squat bar that whole week. And that's going to be my philosophy going forward until 8 weeks out. And as far as benching goes, next week, if I have pain trying to get into a low bar position, I'm just going to take next week completely off as well. And then the week after that, which would be week 16, and going forward, I'm going to bench no matter what. And just listen to my body, take what's there. I think what I'm, maybe to possibly kind of cap me, I might try and cap myself at like a 295, like 300. If I still have pain and I'm getting up to that range, I might try and cap it there for estimated 1 rep maxes, just so I don't push it too far, and like really hurt myself. Because ideally, I'd like to hit a 290-ish bench at my next meet. So that is if I'm still in pain. I'm hoping, I am very, very hopeful and thinking this guy is chiropractor's gonna help me out. So I've rambled too much now. I'll talk to you later, man. Hope everything's going well.